Hello YouTube land, this is Stevie the Scotsman. I just want to make this video just to give some people an idea about a process if they want to go and replace a wheel arch on a car. This is the way I do it. I am not a fab guy, I'm not a welder, I'm an ex-aircraft engineer who just tries to get stuff done. There's not really anything definitive out there on YouTube, so I just want to make something short and sweet. Let's give you some ideas. First of all, the job itself. I'll just break this down in a couple of sections because to fab this one piece could be pretty tough. You could probably buy a prefab wheel arch, but I just wanted to get my skill set down. So first of all, basically you can use an angle grinder, guys, and you can pretty much just cut out the rust. I normally go about an inch, or just get all that rust out of there. It's a cancer. And then what I'll do is I'll weld in, maybe I've broke this down into 3 sections, so you can see that's the first piece that's got the filler on there. I'll talk about that in a minute. Then I'm on I'm in the middle of doing the second piece here, and then I'll do the third piece. So I just like to break things down. So first of all, I just want to make some disclaimers here. As I said, I'm not a welder. The one thing you want to do as well is that if you're going to be welding on a car, disconnect the battery. Pretty much common sense. I've done this using pretty much just like some basic hand tools, and you can do it on the cheap. So for example, to shape the metal, I've just used a cheap hammer and dolly set here, as well as like a sandbag. This is from Eastwood, I don't know, 20-30 bucks, whatever. That dolly set was maybe 30-40. So what I'll do is, to grind out the welds, to grind down these welds, I like using a Dremel with this type of head. This is also a die grinder from Freight, which is really pretty cheap, but it's actually, I've had this for a couple of years now. It does the job, and you can buy sanding stones there. So really, between an angle grinder with like 1mm discs, this and the Dremel, this will work to deal with the welds. Now obviously, when you're dealing with the welds themselves, you want to just worry about heat. This is 20 gauge metal, so obviously when you go down there, you'll basically space them out and keep coming in. And you know what, guys, if you end up getting some holes in there, don't sweat it. Just basically just shoot a weld in there, and then you can grind it down. I am not a pro. I had like 2 semesters on MIG welding, and you know what? Here's the thing. Once you get this going and you grind it down, my golden rule is like an 1/8, like a 16th. You can shape like an 1/8 to 16th with filler. You know what I mean? So this doesn't have to be phenomenal. The one thing I will say is make sure that these surfaces are clean and you have a good ground on here before you do the welds. Now, what I like to use filler is this Evercoat Rage Ultra. It spreads really easily. It's great. I stay away from Bondo. This just really works. On the back side, I use this one step for anything like for rust prevention. This will be used on bare metal. It's pretty good. Before you put on the filler and stuff, I just like to clean it. You can use marine clean here, you know what I mean, on the bare metal to clean it. Now paint wise, now that I've got that filler on there, what I'll do is I'll use a sandable primer, you know what I mean, probably take that down to about 220 grit. Then what I'll do is I use this automotive touch-up paint. I just get a base coat, clear coat. They have prep solvent here for cleaning the metal if you need to use that, and they have touch-up. You know what, at the moment I don't have an HVLP gun. I might use that in the future, but this is fine. You know, I like their products. You can go online, they have really good videos. Obviously the thing that I'm not a painter, I'm not an expert, you know what I mean, but they do have videos out there showing you how to blend the spray cans. You're not going to get a professional job. I mean, for someone to do this type of work, you're looking at a lot of money, but you feel like me, I just want to basically get the skill set and keep this car on the road. I mean, this is a 96 X300 type Jag, you know. Car was pretty cheap. As I said, I fixed some of the electronics in it, so I want to keep this thing on the road. So really I just want to help you join the dots. I'm sure people might chime in, guys, who are professional painters or professional welders or whatever. this is really aimed at the DIY guy who's like, how do I get from A through D to E? You know what I mean? What are my options here? Can I do it with using basic tools and stuff? Yes, you can. Takes a bit of time, takes a bit of patience, and I just like to do one piece. Like I said, use the filler, do that, and then so you're kind of making progress. And my advice to you guys, if you're going to be doing this, just spend an hour, maybe a day doing it. You know what I mean? Because it can be pretty soul destroying stuff. So you know what? If you've any questions, just shoot me. Just put it in the comments, and I'll shoot me an email, and I'll answer them. You know what I mean? So hey, I hope this has been some help to anybody. Like I said, my mantra is if it's helped one person, it's been worth it. There was nothing out there really to give me a heads up. There was all these forums and books, and it's like, okay, I wish someone had just told me this information. There's obviously a lot of ways to skin the cat. This is the way I do it. Gives you something to think about. And once again, I'm going to give kudos. This is a Miller Mark 211. Now you can buy a MIG welder, guys, for a couple $100. This thing is awesome. I love it. If you're going to be doing any work on cars, as I mentioned on other videos, get yourself a decent welder. Learn how to MIG weld. Make yourself some tools. You can do jobs like this. Butt welding this thing is pretty tough, but you know what? Just use the settings on the machine. Use about, you know, just over half an inch stick out, and you'll be fine. I'm not going to give welding tips. I can give them offline. I am not a welder. You know what I mean? But you can make this happen, and it can work for you. So thanks a lot for your time. This is Stevie the Scotsman. All the best. Cheers.